Senator Catherine Cortez Masto.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you. So my colleagues have been so eloquent on this issue, but it really just comes down to this, and this is what every Nevadan knows, that just like every family, every business, the U.S. government needs to not only pay its bills, but it needs to live within its means. And the debt ceiling that we are talking about right now is paying those bills. Those are the obligations that were incurred under previous administrations, both Republican and Democrat, and that's what we have an obligation to pay. It is not about future spending. We can have a conversation about future spending and learning to live within our means, and there's a process for us to address that. And you've heard it from my colleagues. That's the budgeting process. That's appropriations. And by the way, should we learn to live within our means? Absolutely. And that's why in the Inflation Reduction Act, we worked hard to ensure that we're reducing the deficit by $300 billion. Right. So there are ways for us to work together to get this done. But unfortunately, the Republican leadership right now in the House would rather play games with people's lives, which seems to me constantly, instead of thinking about the greater good, they're thinking about their own political interests. But with their own political interests in mind, let me just remind my colleagues in the House the impact it has just on the state of Nevada. Because if we are to go into a default, the impact in my state alone would cause a number of things. Housing costs would skyrocket, with a total cost of mortgage going up by $117,000. More than 50,000 Nevadans could lose their jobs. More than 500,000 Nevadans relying on Medicare could lose access to health care. And more than 200,000 Nevada veterans may not be able to receive their benefits, something that I don't think any of us are willing to accept. So there is a lot at stake. I will tell you this. The other thing that we haven't talked about is this very issue. If House Republicans won't work with us to raise the debt limit, it will also threaten our national security. Nevada is home to major military installations, from Creech to Nellis Air Force Base to our Naval Air Station to our Army Depot in Hawthorne. A default could make them unable to continue their regular procedures and training. And the 16,000 military personnel in Nevada could be working without a paycheck. That's just in Nevada. Think about the implications across the country. So I urge my colleagues in the House that want to play games to think about and be pragmatic. I know it's a novel concept here in Congress. To be pragmatic about the implications long term and what it really means at the end of the day. Because these are serious complications and implications for so many across this country who expect us to work together to do the right thing and not take action that is going to harm so many across this country. Thank you.